Good morning, brothers and sisters. And today we want to share the living word, the truth. Now, as we all know, the white man contaminated the word. They all true it. The Father said they will even paint the faces of their images in it. That's what they did, brothers and sisters. They contaminated the word. So even though the word is the history of the black man from West South Africa, it's amazing if you continue. And he said it, study to show yourself approved. So if you don't study it for yourself and you learn something, don't get mad, then things go opposite you. Do not get mad. See, we have to understand, when the colonizers, the liars came to us, my mother and father received lies. Their mother and father received lies. Now you got these little children growing up. I Christian. They don't know the head from their tail. They don't know the head from the tail. They don't know where the hell they going. They totally lost. You see how serious this is going? Now you get 13-year-old come. You need to be saved. Jesus left you. And they don't know what happened from the start to the end. See, first you got to go back and check your history. You know, they always talking about celebrating these 6 million Jews. I didn't even think it was 6 million, but get killed by Germans. Say, see what you got to understand. The Hebrew, they are white people. Israel, white people. Hebrew Israelites, they were there. How you think they get the land created in 1948? Okay, y'all say they converted to Jewish, right? Yeah, they became Jewish. They decided to bring in the Hebrew. They were there pushing this narrative. Hebrews. Then the Hebrews say, okay, we can translate it to Greek. Then we can translate it to Latin. But what they never told you, that they had to get it from Africa before they go into the Hebrew. They had to get it from Africa. And then they come up with this Hebrew. See, they could not continue on in what we were doing. They had to cut it off. That's why the Pharisees and scribes said to them, look here, man, we don't care what y'all do, you know. All we telling you all is one thing. Drop that name out your mouth. Drop that name out your mouth. That's why you running around here with your Jesus and your God and Lord and Jehovah and Yahweh and Yahuwah and Yahusha. They give it to you. You go to the man and make an order. Yeah, could you send me the Hebrew, right? You think that would have been possible if they didn't want it so? And the Bible says in Psalms 8, we were cut off. And if we were cut off, they ain't have none. So whatever they called themselves, it was not the original people. The original people were Bantu. When we came out of Egypt, we went straight to the south. Now you better hear me. You got some names running around here, but only one valid. Come on now, go with me. You even say that. That's why you stick with your Jesus, right? Jesus, Zeus, 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 Zeus. So, in the Hebrew, these white Rothschild, them who invented this Jewish Hebrew garbage. In the Hebrew, they call him Yahuwah, Yahusha, Yahushai, whatever else they got. You know they add to that every day. The Hebrew message now is nothing but a Hebrew church. You see it. They going into church stuff, collecting offering, walking around like they said, you got to be humble and have humility. So you got that in the Hebrew, then they go into Greek. They're the Jehovah, the Isus. Because you know it wasn't no real J. They decided with Isus, I-E-S-U-S, for Zeus. Then they go into Latin. And they say, you know what, let's add a J there and call him Jesus in Latin. So you got these names running around, but what you don't understand, there's another name running around. This African name. He have an African name. See, you think he was born in the Levant, but he was born in West South Africa. That's where he was born. He had a mother and a father. Don't mind the white devils. Didn't the father tell you all of their Moses lies? How much y'all believe the world round, spinning that coming million miles? Because you're stupid and they ain't got no sense. Everything you listen to is to the white man. If you read the word, the father say, never ever trust your enemy. You got some simple people out there. Simple. So we got some names running around. See, in Africa, his name was Sonini. See, in the Bible, where you see they go and they say, people that say Ahaya, that's what they say the word is in Hebrew. But all that Hebrew is a bunch of you know you can't mix with African, right? And you know you can't expect an African name to sound Greek. Latin, or Hebrew. You should have that common sense. So in the African language, he was named Sonini. In the Bible, they put I am, but Nini means I am. See, he had it there. When he came to what you tell them, Sonini sent you. And because of him asking, because he said, tell him, Sonini Nanini sent you. So what are you saying here? Tell them. The SO could be everlasting, it could be great, it could be almighty, let's go whatever. Tell them the everlasting I am, that I am send you. So what are you trying to do? If I am, who you is? If I am, who are you? So he say, tell them the almighty I am, that I am send you. So Nini, or it could be everlasting, that S-O, everlasting, almighty, great. But they, see, you can't tamper too much. He give them saying, so they put I am. Most of the Rasta brethren use Yah. But yeah, that's just a fade away from the Jews. All that is corruption. See, when you come back home now, you coming back home to the promised land. Sing the song, but when we all get to heaven, no, when we all get to Africa, that's when the rejoicing going to begin. Because he walked the plains of Africa. See, they don't care what you do. You could sleep with man, you could be a pastor up on the pulpit sleeping with 10 man. They don't care. All they want you to do is drop that name. Because in that name is praise and salvation. And he revealed. See, this is how he can save us. So he got some big, weightless, good for nothing, so-called leaders out there. They ain't weight nothing. They weightless. The truth come, and they still on their Yahoo. You're sick. You gotta upgrade, but I can give you time to upgrade. Because I know he's not easy. But if you love him, he say, they that love me hear my voice. I'm telling you his name in the Africa. Now you might say, oh, I don't believe he was born in Africa. He was born in Israel. Well, you go back with the white pigs. You go live over there because you love eating the pig. All in you is demons. Like the brother say something, you know, woman, open your leg for the white man. That's why y'all got demons running all through your body. The demon sperm of the white pig. Man, kill your mom and your parents and you go over there and not down there. You crazy. Ignorance will now be removed. You're 7 times. Got them in there. Yeah. They stuck now. They stuck. They don't know whether to go left or right. But the Father said, I have sent my servants to reveal the truth. Yeah, they don't want you to know it. You keep clinging to that filthy Jesus pig name, idol. Everything about it is a breaking of the Torah. Or his commandments and instruction. Now, brothers and sisters, I know when you make that walk with the Christian whorehouse and you come to Hebrew, I did it too. You grow in, but you see, I continued studying. Some of y'all stop way back, start chipping wood, start making money. Now you got music going on. You're still cocking up with the woman, doing your filth. You bring the filth. That's why the Father said in the last day. Now he putting you there to save you. Say, let me see if you love me. See, because if you disrespect his name, you ain't nothing but a filthy, stinking pig. You have a pig spirit in you. How you could say you love him and he revealed truth to you, that he was born in Africa. You never thought of it. When they lined them ships up across the west, and they was pulling us out of the Congo and out of Ghana and all straight down the southern side, you never thought that's where he was born in. You don't get it? You don't know they killed 20 million Congolese? Why would the people kill 20? Why would the Germans and the rest, all the minute, kill 20 million Congolese? Why? Now, something ain't right with that. It's like they was trying to eradicate these people. But you cannot eradicate the saints of the Most High. I am sickened when I see leaders. They hear this truth and they still get up there. Filthy, dirty, stinking pigs. And they call on the plague. They call on that Jesus filth. That Yahuwah and Yahusha, which was made by the white, stinking Jewish pigs. Because they don't want to step up to truth. But you better step up to truth. I had to do it. Out of the Christian whorehouse, the gates of hell in the Hebrew. And I know someone, because all you see is these fellas, you got that nigga, the GIC or whatever C it is. See, let me tell you about these police officers. When you put on that uniform, a demon take part to you. Because that uniform is lined up with the system. That line, see, come with your tongue. He's Hebrew now. He got 6,000 men march. He teaching them with the system. Hey. Demonic. I can imagine some people when they put on the government uniform and go to work. When they get home that evening and take it off, it's like a sigh of relief. It can come a time you're gonna have to reject that. Y'all walking, police woman, them walking, modeling their hip, but with gun on their side. When the father decide to crack that side skin, you don't drop them things off you. Who you think this is? This ain't like the first one. When he come humble. It has started, you know. The tribulation plagues have started. So you could game about as much as you want. You could stay in that whorehouse, listen to your pastor. They can't even keep their own wife. And there's nothing wrong with if you have to lose the wife or the family, as long as it's for truth. You better hear me. I stand on the name of Somini Nanini, the everlasting I am that I am. You think any woman can come to me and tell you, if that's your faith, you could go back to your ma. In this house, there's only one king. And if you don't want to be a queen, you must be transgender. Get out! There's sissy men around here talking fool. All the police, them good for us, lock up niggas for marijuana. Y'all, it looks like when marijuana go legal, y'all don't have a job in. You gotta find these cocaine, these methamphetamine, these things we're killing and destroying. Yes, we have a problem with marijuana. It is being abused. Why? Because y'all ain't teaching on it. You see, all bushes, most of them are good medicine. Marijuana heals epilepsy, all kind of sickness in children and whatnot. They don't talk about that. But it's being abused by the young people. And all the government want to do so. So we put y'all in power in uniform to lock us up. Go lock up the real criminals, you filthy pig. And a lot of y'all can come out of that, you know. When you hear that card scratch, you tear them things off, you throw that gun down to the ground. Some of y'all think y'all got power. You ain't got no power, you powerless. Beware of the anointing of the Almighty. Father say, anyone that touches his servant, it would have been better for you to tie a milestone around your neck and cast it. Y'all think this is a joking? Around here, bunch of sissy men. Only thing they good for is every woman they see, they want to sleep with. When I see daughters out there, young daughters, my only daughters, when I see them, I look at them and see my children. All these filthy, stinking men. Oh, I want somebody. And you got a nice woman. You got a nice child. You see the devastation, and then you got these police officers. You got some good police officers out there, you know. But there can come a time you're going to have to drop their uniform because that's a system set up against the Almighty. You go in the gates of hell church, all of them line up with their clothes on. Y'all ain't going nowhere. The Father said y'all gonna be right here for the tribulation. And for some of y'all, he loves us, you know. He wants to save us. That's why he sent me and others. Say, go tell them. Tell them come out of that system. Tell them come out of Babylon. Tell them where they from. Tell them where I came to rescue them. In the promised land. You see how they invented Israel. Didn't they say they invented that in 1948? Before they invented Israel, listen to me, people. Before they invented Israel, there was a Bethlehem, there was a Nazareth, there was a River Jordan, there was the Nile Valley, there was the Sudan, all in Africa. When they invented that, they just tried to do the names over there. They tried to change some names, but they couldn't do it good, so they had to do it. When you go to South Africa, Patmos, where they say John was boiled in pot of oil. That's Patmos, that's Madagascar, the island right there. You can see the view of South Africa. Our people have to come to the understanding that you've been lied to now. If you believe you haven't been lied to, like I tell you, got some names running around there. You got this fake Yahuwah, that's a fake name. You got the Christian Jesus, that's a fake name. But you got a name running around nobody knows about. So meaning. Now, let me help you with this one. You remember when Nebuchadnezzar them? I just want to help you because Nini, N-I-N-I, Nini. So Nini, Almighty I am, everlasting I am, great I am. Nini. Now in Babylon, when Nebuchadnezzar died, his son take over, and he started to drink of them golden vessels. It said that the finger of the Almighty came down and right on the roll, which they couldn't understand it. They had to call Daniel, because Daniel was from South Africa. He was a Bantu like me. He maybe even looked like me. So the finger wrote on the wall. Let me give you the first four letters it wrote. Watch and listen. M-E-M-E. You see anything with them Hebrew signs, and they ain't do that? All that's garbage. But M-E-M-E, but they, Mimi, Farah, Ufar, well, you could read it. And they didn't know what it meant, so they called Daniel. And Daniel come and look at it, and they say, Daniel, what is this? Daniel knew exactly what it was. It was coastal language. He said, thou hast been, I think it was thou failed, or thou hast been uprooted. But watch the letters, M-E-M-E. Isn't it simple? This in the Bible, what you reading. So when you hear his name is Mimi, he said, my thoughts ain't like y'all know. You see, they brought us a mighty, they ship us out. See, in our 400-year punishment. Yeah, the Father, he said, if I don't punish y'all, I don't love y'all. Y'all ain't gonna do your foolishness around me again. When I was a young boy, I went to the Capitol Theater. White people was downstairs, black was upstairs. I was about 14, 15, no, about 13. I go on there. About 14 was a PG movie, so I go upstairs. It was interesting. I said, wow. And then I look down and see all the white people. I say, wow. Because that's when I was going, they had the pumps, them white, black only. Y'all ain't understand. And I said, wow. I said, but we got the best seat in the house. I said, I wonder why they didn't take the talk. It did take me maybe about 20 years to figure that out, because they didn't even want to look at us. You see out there, we could have seen the movie out there. They're not planning to even look at the niggas. Look at they be in our countries around us, and they won't give orders. But when I got home, I got a good beating for that. My partner said, boy, where you been? I said, wap. I said, goodness. But when I look back now, I understand that. That just helped me to understand my daddy loved me. He was worried. Where the hell is this nigga going for 3 years? That's how parents are. But you got some names running around there for him. And the one name that you should be referring to him as, you don't. So he said, leave them ignorant. Say, I can wink at the ignorant. You know what he meant? All your life you was worshiping Jesus and that. He said, wink at him. You don't do no service to him. All your life. But he winked because you didn't know no better. But when you see the servants come and tell you, and you say, oh, you know what? You make your choice. You make your choice. You make your bed. So in Africa, his name is Sonini. That's where we from. So if you don't think he was born there and his name is Sonini, and you want, well, go with the white pig. Yeah, go with the white hog, who been castrating you all your life, who got you killing up all your children to make you feel like you need money. What, paper money? That's garbage. Don't mind these billionaires out there. They can use their money against them to send them to the pits of hell. You better hear me. That's what they can do. Leaders. Don't think Gino Jennings and these people ain't in here with this truth, you know. But they take a side. You see, they don't mind, they ain't got no boss, they take a side. And I like how Gino Jennings preach y'all hypocrites anyhow. Even though he wrong, all you know wrong. That's why the Father said when it comes to the 12 tribes, you must forgive them. Because in the end, when you find a Jew, what you can say that, oh, you're going to hell. Everything about this, that, ain't none perfect. And Gino, if you think you perfect, you're a fool. None perfect before the Almighty. We live in a time of distorting. If you look at what is going on now, oh, so much of our sisters are getting living with, you know, I saw a sister with her 3 sons in the food store. And you know our children, though they play foot, they do things behind you, you won't see. She walking through the aisle, whining her bony girl down the aisle. And I'm looking through the aisle. But I took a notice out of children because I was trying. And the 3 children started whining. The 3 boys whining their booty. See no daddy in the house. And some of these women, they say it's the man's fault. But a lot of times you don't know when to shut your mouth. You got to know when to shut your mouth before a man and appreciate him. You married a man, had children, all of a sudden he ain't no good now. Marriages detail hard times and good times. You make a vow and you was a liar to your vow. You was a liar. To me, I look at this marriage and Christianity with you, all that is garbage. The only marriage that will be successful in that whorehouse marriage, even though it was a whorehouse marriage, the only marriage that be successful is the woman who understands the concept is submitting and supporting her man. Not being on the ground, but supporting him. Yes, honey, I agree. Yes, honey. Honey, I don't think that's right, but if you feel it's right, let's see how it go, honey. You know, and the man who loves, see, when you respect the man, he can love you. But some of you women stink. Every man hugging up on you like a piece of toilet paper. Then you want to come up in your king face and run your mouth. And some of you women, you have children, you take the love from the man, give it to the children. That's why you all end up with the children. And then the children grow up and move on. You can be right there in your wet bed with your shit up bed and be there by yourself because he was a fool, you didn't listen. Don't mind these leaders who ain't got no sense. So I say to you, you have the English name Jesus. If you're a Christian and that's where you want to go to Israel, then that's where you stick. You got the Hebrew name, Yahuwah, Yahusha, Yahawashai, Yashai, Yasha. So, you Hebrew. You want to go Israel. You Hebrew. Then you got the African name, but ain't nobody can claim, you know. He said his own children reject him. He said, he said, they don't even want to claim him. He's telling them, man, I was born amongst y'all. I didn't come to Asia, China, and all them. I came to y'all. No, that can't. So, Nini. So, as you coming to learn this truth, don't be shocked. You don't know the white man was a liar? You know what we going through? Have our parents branded and murdered, and then the black sister will cock up for the white man, and the black man will dive in the pits of hell between the white woman's leg. You know what we going through? Then your ancestors come back and see, this your great married to, he married to the child of the man who raped me for 10 years and then chopped my head off. You don't know the white man used to chop up our babies and use them for crocodile bait? And you talk nothing like a silly woman. Oh, I married a white man. Silly. But I understand your ignorance. But the goal is your ignorance can be removed. And when it's removed, you're going to have to make a choice. Don't worry about them who go on in the past, you know. Don't worry about them. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. When I had my first acknowledgeable vision, you know, I never shared this with anybody. There's one person I said to him, long time ago, you know, I said, hey, you know, I had a vision. Would you like to hear it? And he said, no, well, he was a Christian Seventh-day Adventist. He deep into that Ellen White prostitutal whore, that cockroach demon. That's who he into. He want to suck the poison out of her. You see? But then it taught me something. I said, you know, it's like the father said, Darren, not everything I show you is to be revealed. And I said, So I dropped that there. I hear a lot of people who say they've been and see Jesus, and I like to watch their program. You know, because I can know. I said, look at the white devil. Look at the lion pig. Look at them. Some of the black people, they lost and all. Oh, you know, I saw white Jesus, and he came to me, and he picked me up. You fool. Thou fool. Wake up before this is day too late. Leaders out here leading, all y'all can get cut down. All you do is lead from that pulpit and screw the woman in the congregation. Then your own wife look like she's suffering and sick. You filthy, stinking pig. When I was in Christianity, I gave a stain to that filthy, stinking name because I didn't know no better. When I was in the Hebrew, listen to these stupid, I wouldn't call them stupid because we are all growing. And if you're in Hebrew, that means you grow. But the point is, some people can stay where they are. Oh, I ain't going nowhere from here. I say, but you don't hear the good news. He was born where we was taken from. He was our great I am. He was so Nini, Nanini, the everlasting I am. And they get upset because they will stay. in the system, but you can get Duke. You can get Duke in that system. Some of you know all you don't want is money. Money. You don't know that's a deception. You got $1 billion. You can't spend all of that. You might say, give it away. Give it away. Share, help. Just got to do it wisely. But brothers and sisters, I am warning y'all. Y'all gonna say, man, I didn't know this, liar. Man, I didn't know that, liar. No one ever told me, liar. All our people good for is bowing down to the white pig hall. Yeah, so be careful of that uniform. When you put that uniform, you become a part of Satan's system. And Satan's system is welcome in the church because the church is the gates to hell. I know we got good people in there. I know good ministers in there. I know we got good brothers with good intention. You know, we got all kind of leaders, William, and we got so nice fellas. They could be truly ignorant. And if you ignorant, so be it. That's good. But brother, if you hear my voice and you reject the knowledge of the truth, the gates of hell will always be your entry. That's why when they have a celebration, you think they run to the gates of hell. So we have to be very careful. Once you put on that uniform, police, defense force, all these uniforms put you under the system. See how much doctors and nurses have to quit their job? They put you in the uniform and then tell you go give the people the vaccine. You know the vaccine is poison. And that's how the fact say, look at them, look at them. Flock him to death, flock him to death. The white man say this good. And most of these women who take the vaccine, they don't have no respect for their husband, you know. Most of them. If you go and ask, you take it, you with your husband? See, the white Jesus become their husband. That demon idol. All they need is that and one cucumber dildo. That's all they need. You see, because when you hear the truth and you try to step up, you better step up and step up right. Because the Father dealing with flaming messengers, joke here, cut around here. This will be done, whether you like it or not. Flaming warriors. Sissy is here. Bunch of sissy fellas were talking fool, but he wasn't born man or woman. He was just a baby. Yeah. But brother, I ain't got this real. You accept what you want, but when the time comes to face your penalty, you better shut your mouth. You in defiance against the great Sonini Nanini. I had to creep to get there. To his foot is better than in your face. There you continue on. But until you find that name, and this can stick it in you, there is only one name. Some of you got 3 and 4. There is only one. And that was the name of his son, Masindasi. And Masindasi points you to Sonini. Masindasi never wanted to worship him. You want to see the demonic act now? Everybody worshiping Jesus. They forget the Father. He always said, Masindasi. See, I didn't let Jesus peak. Masindasi said, no, rise, kneel not to me. I am your brother also. Rise. Do not worship me, worship the Father. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be here. You see how this go? White man out to kill us because they know what's coming. And it done start. So let it be known to the 12 tribes, to the house of Akobi, not Israel, that filthy gutter snipe word. You can't get it off your mouth. I see some young woman coming on TV now, they speak and saying they this and they that, but they can't get the filth off their mouth. But I'll observe you for a time. But my brother and my sister, the time is at hand. You better get it and get it fast. You hear the Bible say? Time to move fast. And some of you got to think fast and move fast if you don't want to get in, Because y'all going to be just like the 5 stupid virgins. See, the oil, people got is the oil which was given to you by the white stinking slave pig dog. You better hear me. That's the oil you got. The last is the Father sending another oil, the oil of truth. I wasn't born in that filthy, stinking Israel. I was born in Africa among my people in West South Cape Africa, the whole West South. That's where but you don't want to hear that. You just want to huddle off, bearing the demons of the white man. That's what they are. You could act the fool as much as you want, but his word speaks truth. You want to do something for him? He's a white pig and come, oh, yeah, what have you done for me? What you do for me? Then I said, you clothe me, give me food. Take me out of the rain, you filthy, stinking pig. You ride past his children on the street. No clothes, no food. And then come, this your heaven now, you filthy, stinking dog. That's why all them clooning. See my last picture, Jamie Foxx, he looked like a clown. Well, what you expect when you done dress up like a woman? Eh? Kevin Hart, what you expect when you dress? But I could forgive y'all brothers for that. It's whether you could forgive yourself and turn your back on the enemy. Don't let their money lock you down. Come, son, you could somebody else's face. It ain't gonna be in my own. But brothers and sisters, nevertheless, remember the system is set up by the white pig. That's why when they put you in the uniform, you gotta put your hand. Soon as you elect the prime minister, he gotta go swear it. And if he don't do the swearing, he wouldn't get the job. You see that? You see that? That's why y'all just wonder why when these people get they ain't doing nothing for us. Because all of them is nothing but a bunch of stinking selling. May the everlasting so Nini na Nini be praised. The great I am. May he be esteemed, set apart to his 12 tribe children. His 12 tribes, the children of Jacob, our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The brothers and sisters, I say to you, that money you got in the bank, what you think can keep you afloat? Let me give you some advice. If you don't want to do all, take half of that out and hide it under the ground. That's the white man got a plan for you. He know that's how they can get you. You won't take it no mark of the beast. But I hope you don't love money. Because when he done lock your money up and tell you got to take the mark to get your money to access your love of the word, I can see what you do there. All praises to so many, the everlasting, the almighty, the great I am. That's who he is. That's what he said to Moses. Tell them, I am that I am. Tell them, so Nini send you. So if I am who you is, the question me. Let us all live in peace and harmony amongst the brothers and sisters. And be quick to forgive because, brothers and sisters, let me say something here. A lot of us can have members in our family who homosexuals, who have done, but we have to pray for them and try to guide them. We don't want to try, but we want them to acknowledge what they're dealing with. See, if they make that choice, there's not much you could do. But we also ain't about this and that, but the first and the last would be like Sodom and Gomorrah. What's Sodom and Gomorrah? So our own children bringing our destruction because they refuse to hear the words of the Almighty. But nevertheless, brothers and sisters, have an increasing day. I don't like to say blessed, because blessed just means be less. That's all. See, Satan got this down back, you know. That's why the church is nothing but a whorehouse stand. You know, breast so tight thing. I've been there. But I thank him for his good because my desire is to know the truth. Y'all take this for a joking. You woman whom ain't got no mind. You know why you don't got no mind? Because the church deceived you. It was a lie. You couldn't even live up to your vow. Some cases is different. I understand that. But y'all women, y'all have soul. The Bible says y'all gullible. Any white pig, y'all could come swing over $100 in your nose and your cock up take the poison down your gutter. May so Nini na Nini watch over the 12 tribes in these last days, how he's delivered us from the snake, the serpent bite. Praise be so Nini.